for her to just like not even know this guy at all. So like you could just say anything on social media.
So
it could
you're
catch fire.
assuming that she's completely full of crap.
Yeah, I believe him. I believe him because, you know, in the era we are today, the road you took is we don't know each other at all. That's easily can be that could be detested. That could easily be found out. She
Right.
can post something quickly with just them two. So I know I have to believe that he has enough common sense to know like it's a bigger thing.
Dude, no. Let's not overestimate.
If we find out
common
that
sense.
he's lying about not even knowing her at all, he's going to make this thing way bigger than what the hell it is.
Oh, I know. The coincidence, the likelihood that this stripper responds to this post in this way is almost absurd to me.
It is.
You're literally saying this person's nuts. I'm just going to randomly say that this guy was in my DMs hitting me up and now he's getting engaged. And I literally don't know him at all. I've had no interactions. Like, that's crazy.
Let's go to this, man. I thought this was interesting as we transition into the NFL really quick here. There was this thing that happened on Twitter. Chris actually sent this to me. So a female exotic dancer supposedly had exposed Washington Commanders star Jeremy Reaves on Twitter after the Commanders promoted his engagement to his girlfriend, on Sunday Night Football. She went over there and he went over and proposed to her. And then on Twitter, she was like, what you see on the screen here, not the same man who was in my DMs trying to fly me out and screw. I think the hell not. And
took a little license with those words, Bubba. The audience can see what they are.
So,
who's this guy though?
That's him.
Poetic Flacco?
Yeah, that's him.
He's not JR1 era?
No, I'm sorry. Poetic Flacco is just the guy who retweeted and who retweeted it. You know what I mean? And
but
that's just how Twitter
he went
looks.
with the she lied.
Yes.
Like he's in the know. Or no?
He's in the know because somehow this is Jeremy's messages over here to her.
Okay.
So like I guess maybe he posted the DM that he had, the DM exchange he had with her.
Okay.
And then some kind of way this poetic guy got a hold of it.
And I can't read. Can you?
Yeah. So he says, "Let me ask you, what was the goal here? To lie on me when I have no idea who you are? LOL. Make sure you are lawyered up, weirdo."
That's kind of lame though.
Huh?
I thought he had that there was an exchange and he could show the exchange and it wasn't about him trying to fuck her.
Yeah, but this is for me. I'm not sure if I've seen this situation before. To me, this is like a lot worse because like this got a ton of attention, and for her to just like not even know this guy at all. So like you could just say anything on social media.
So
it
you're
could catch fire.
assuming that she's completely full of crap.
Yeah, I believe him. I believe him because in the era we are today, the road you took is we don't know each other at all. That's easily can be that could be detested. That could easily be found out. She can post something quickly with just them two. So I know I have to believe that he has enough common sense to know like it's a bigger thing.
Dude, no. Let's not overestimate.
If we find out
sense.
that he's lying about not even knowing her at all, he's gonna make this thing way bigger than what the hell it is.
Oh, I know.
But
what I'm saying is like the coincidence, the likelihood that this stripper responds to this post in this way is almost absurd to me.
It is.
You're literally saying this person's nuts. I'm just going to randomly say that this guy was in my DMs hitting me up and now he's getting engaged. And I literally don't know him at all. I've had no interactions. Like, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
Crazy
That's
to
nuts.
me.
That's nuts.
That's harder to believe to me, and this is the way I look at this. That's way harder for me to believe and accept than to say maybe this guy did hit her in the DMs. Maybe he wasn't explicit as what she's suggesting, and maybe there was a little whatever. And again, if you're sliding in a girl's DMs and she's a stripper, there's no other purpose than to fuck her. Like, let's keep that straight. Like, that's it. Now, you may not use those words, but that's why you're there.
And that is fair for her to assume.
Exactly.
If
and so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, she knows what she is. He knows what he is. And for him to have possibly hit her up. And again, to me, if there's nothing there at all, I can't believe it. Now, maybe he just did like the heart or fire emoji on like a picture or a story. Right. Maybe that's
and that's still not nothing. Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
He says, like, I don't know you from a can of paint, like, at all.
Yeah. But again, this feels very self-serving. The whole weirdo lawyer.
Yeah.
Like
but look, that word choice makes sense to me. Like, you fucking weirdo, because that would make her a fucking weirdo. It would.
But see, I think this is a misguided cover-up attempt. If he literally does not know this person at all,
just leave it alone altogether. Yeah. Like, I'm in the NFL.
Okay, if I do not know you at all, I've never hit you up. You have nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I have my fiance. You've made this comment. You have no screenshots to show anybody.
Yeah.
You have nothing. Why am I even saying a word if I know that you have nothing?
That's fair.
I think Buddy hit her in the DM.
Oh, man. All right. Now, what's our guy, man? Dallas Cowboys linebacker. Your guy.
Micah Parsons.
So Micah has been on. So Micah on his podcast, man, he's coming, over and over and over again, celebrating Joe Burrows, Cincinnati Bengals, quarterback here, as and lauding him as the best quarterback in the NFL. And also, he says in his locker room, they all talk about it, how he's the best quarterback in the NFL. He should be MVP. This, and that. So. This picture here, these are the 4 best quarterbacks in the NFL, and that's just, but best quarterbacks rank them between these 4, and then also like MVP, because we know that's a different discussion. But Michael said both. Best quarterback in the NFL, and he's the MVP this year.
Yeah, he might be in Joe Burrow's DMs. Pat Mahomes until proven differently. This man is if not the GOAT on the track. I would say pure quarterbacking, I would probably take Burrow 2nd, Lamar 3rd, Josh Allen 4.
That's best. Now, what about MVP?
MVP this particular season, I have a harder time with that, honestly.
Yeah.
Pat has the best record, but the numbers have not been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen has stepped up and really grabbed, control of his team in a period of time when they've kind of lost some weapons. And going into this, it was on him to perform, and he's absolutely risen to that challenge.
100%.
Joe Burrow is on a god-awful football team, but he's like keeping them alive with a season numerically that's getting close to historic. And then Lamar Jackson arguably has been a better, more efficient player than last year when he was, in fact, the MVP. I think the record really hurts Burrow, and it really hurts Lamar to a degree, even though Lamar's record is a winning one. It's, Buffalo's a cut above, and the Chiefs a cut above that. My gut feeling, was that Josh Allen was probably on track to win the MVP. And you look at second best record, you look at beating the Chiefs in a head-to-head game, and playing as well as he has in a season where his receiving weapons have really sort of transferred almost completely.
Yeah. I'm on the wavelength of if the Bengals make the playoffs, Burrows is the MVP. Yeah. Burrows is the MVP. Now, I don't think that is a god awful football team. I think it's a damn good offense,
but
and
specifically on the defensive
a really
side,
bad
they're
defense.
just really bad.
Yeah. But he's not on the Carolina Panthers or anything.
No.
But T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, like that's like they're all.
But the argument for that you're on, if you're with Burrow, the argument is if he's not playing at this level. This is a team that has 3 or 4 wins.
Yeah, they're the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, that's where you're at because they only have 7 wins or 8 wins right now.
Yeah.
So it's like
they need to win and they still need help. They even if they win this in week 18, they still need.
But to say if he's not playing at this freaking level, that they would only have 4 wins, which would put you in there with like the Jags and Raiders and those.
And I think it's different with the Chiefs and Ravens in that aspect.
Yeah.
For sure. Because we've seen Derrick Henry led teams with bad quarterback play.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
But looking at, literally all of these guys have excellent MVP cases.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really having to pick fine margins to distinguish among what these guys
and then you
have
throw Saquon in there.
Yeah.
And you have some people even trying to throw, and I'm not totally mad at this, but Goff and Darnold in. Because their numbers compete to a certain degree, and Lamar and Burrows, they're having, like you said, near historic seasons. But those guys with the records, with the stats, that's tough as well. They go head to head on that's going to be a really good game. Minnesota, Detroit. Yeah. I look forward to watching that.
Yeah.
Not many times in my life I've said that.
I don't think many people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
So yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But outside of that, for me it's always Mahomes is going to be the best quarterback. But man, it's some freaking guys in this league now, man.
Yeah, I mean, you go. Like Baker Mayfield's really done a great job.
Yeah, man. The Bake Show.
Matt Stafford, to me, I still love watching him play. And he had his top receivers hurt for a good chunk of this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of guys that play the position really well.
Yeah.
Even Bryce is showing some signs of life.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but Darnold and Baker, like they were in Carolina, I think 2 years ago together.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That team's so bad they couldn't get either one of those guys to play well. And 2 years later, they're both having amazing seasons for the teams they're on.
For sure. And then Darnold has a situation to where his contract is up after the season, but they have the rookie.
J.J. McCarthy.
They got J.J. there.
Injured early.
So it's like, do you pay Sam? He's playing so well. Like, or does it depend on it will depend on the run on the rest of the season, how far it goes.
Yeah.
How does he perform in the playoffs?
Yeah, if they have a run, if they make a conference final, make a Super Bowl, something like that, like it'd be extremely hard to not pay him.
Yeah.
And
then you have to move the rookie if you do that.
Most likely, you could probably go another year and play it out simply because JJ missed the entire year with an injury.
Yeah.
And so, you could still kind of sell it as, hey, he's coming off an injury, he's getting, still learning the NFL game. You could still play it for a year, I think. Yeah. And I think I would. Because you never know. Like, even if Darnold, continues to be very good, but he misses a couple games next year, to have a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal to step in, you'll probably pay close to the same amount of money to secure a credible backup.
Credible backup, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you hedge the bet if Darnold regresses.
Yeah.
That's the other thing you could potentially do.
Should the Jets bring back Rodgers?
No. He is an absolute cancer at this point in his career.
Mm.
He needs to be out of football.
Yeah.
Put him in his cave and let him, do his drugs. No, but he's had, again, he individually has been terrible.
Yeah.
The team has been terrible. The team doesn't like him. He nobody fucks with him in that team. He needs to go.
Yeah.
If the Jets don't do that, they're absolute incompetent.
The vibe is so off, man. You got guys demanding trades like right now.
Yeah.
And it's like well past the trade. Like, what do you want these guys to do? And and it's like a him and Devontae show, and you got Garrett Wilson doesn't want to be there, and he's mad. And he's the young hot step receiver.
Yeah, there's more upside to him. And you got to wonder, honestly, like between the last 2 years, he had a good rookie year, and then he goes 2 years in a row, which should be leap years.
Yeah.
and stuck in situations with Zach Wilson for a year
because of
and
the injury,
then and then a absolutely crap Aaron Rodgers for a second year. Those are massive leap years, and he's just gone completely flat.
Yeah,